All right, let's jump right in. Today we're going to unpack the core framework from the book Radiant Wellness. It's all about a holistic system for your health, and it's built on one really powerful idea. You are in the driver's seat. And you know what? It all starts with a single fundamental choice. This right here is the central question the book asks. And it's about so much more than just food. It's really about your entire approach to well-being. The author basically frames health as a matter of self-responsibility. It's a series of conscious decisions we make every single day. And the stakes? Well, they're incredibly high.
Because what we're talking about here are preventable deaths. The author states that cigarette smoking and obesity are responsible for nearly 1 million deaths in the US every single year. Think about that. These are deaths that, for the most part, could be prevented by stopping tobacco use, eating properly, and getting some exercise. So that puts the power and the responsibility right in our hands.
So, the book presents this moment as a crucial crossroads. It's a point where you can consciously decide to take a different path for your health. This isn't about some quick fix or a magic pill, but a really fundamental shift in how you see your body and your life. So what in the world is Radiant Wellness? Well, the author defines it as a holistic system. The idea is you don't have to completely overhaul your entire life overnight. Instead, it's about making small, consistent improvements in a few key areas that just compound over time, leading to these huge benefits. It's all about balance and steady progress. And the whole framework is built on these 7 keys, which conveniently form the acronym RADIANT. As you can see, it covers the whole shebang, everything from sleep and diet to your mindset and even spiritual well-being. So let's start with the physical foundation. Okay, the first 3 keys, that's renewal, activity, and diet, they form the very bedrock of physical health. The author argues that without these pillars firmly in place, it's pretty tough to build lasting wellness in any other area of your life.
First up, renewal. And this is about way more than just getting 8 hours of sleep. It's about truly recharging your battery through both rest and active relaxation. The book makes a great point. When we're stressed or sick, our body is literally begging us to slow down to conserve energy for healing. Ignoring those signals, that's just a recipe for burnout.
The second key is activity. And the author uses this fantastic quote from the fitness pioneer Jack LaLanne to really drive the point home. See, after a TV host called him amazing, LaLanne shot back with this. His message, and the book's message, is that physical fitness isn't reserved for superstars. It's the natural state available to every single one of us when we just take care of ourselves.
And now for the third key, diet. We're coming right back to that central question. The author frames this as a vital shift in perspective. Food can either be a tool that builds health and vitality, or it can just be something that satisfies a craving for a few seconds before, potentially damaging your health in the long run.
The book's solution is what it calls the real food way of eating, and I just love how simple this is. The focus is on embracing fresh, unprocessed, nutrient-dense foods. We're talking fruits, vegetables, healthy fats, while actively avoiding stuff like sugary drinks and all those processed additives. And the why behind it is simple: to give your body the right building blocks and to cut down on chronic inflammation. Okay, so with that physical foundation set, the next 2 keys are going to take us a little bit deeper. They focus on the body's internal cleansing systems and the incredible power of our own minds. The 4th key is inner cleanse. Now, this concept is all about supporting the body's main elimination pathways, which includes everything from breathing and sweating to, urination and bowel movements. The goal is super simple. Help your body do what it's already designed to do: detoxify. And that means practical things like staying hydrated to support your kidneys, eating fiber for your bowels, and even deep breathing to help cleanse the lungs.
But the book also points to some other, less obvious stressors. For instance, the author claims that physical scars can actually interfere with the nervous system's energy flow. They also flag EMFs, electromagnetic fields from our phones and devices, and even unresolved emotional blocks as these hidden factors that can really disrupt our internal balance.
And managing all of this stuff requires the 5th key, awareness. The author really emphasizes that no matter what's going on around you, you always have the power to choose your outlook. It's about shifting your focus from what you don't want to what you do want. Because, as the book puts it, you become what you think about most. To help manage this mindset, the author offers up the 80-10-10 rule. It's a really simple tool for managing expectations, because let's face it, 100% success is pretty much impossible. The idea is that if you're hitting your goals 80% of the time and another 10% is pretty good, that's a huge win. That last 10%, that's just Murphy's Law, and you can let it go without beating yourself up over it.
So, the final two keys expand our perspective even further. They move beyond our personal health habits to our relationship with the healthcare system and our own sense of spirituality.
The sixth key, natural care, tackles our relationship with the healthcare system. And the author makes a really clear distinction. Natural approaches are presented as being ideal for restoring and maintaining health, while orthodox medical care is positioned as absolutely essential for crisis situations. Things like a broken bone or a ruptured appendix. And to really underscore this point, the author shares this quote attributed to Dr. Deepak Chopra. The perspective being offered here is that a lot of pharmaceuticals are used when safer, more natural alternatives could be just as effective, if not more so, at actually getting to the root cause of an issue.
And that brings us to the seventh and final key, which is definitely the most abstract of them all: transcendence. The author defines this as realizing your fundamental nature is that of an eternal being in a totally supportive universe. Whoa! It's really about connecting to a picture that is much, much bigger than our day-to-day worries.
So why does this matter? Well, according to the book, adopting this transcendent perspective gives you a powerful framework for handling life's most difficult moments, including things like grief and even death, with a sense of peace and acceptance and trust instead of overwhelming fear.
Ultimately, the book's entire philosophy really just boils down to this one idea. Reading about this stuff, learning it, that's just the first step. The real transformation, the real power, comes from consistently applying what you learn. It's all about turning knowledge into daily, inspired action. And so we're going to end with this final question from the author. It's just a powerful reminder that within this whole framework of wellness, you're the one holding the pen. The choices you make day in and day out are literally writing the story of your own health and happiness.